Hey, this is me launching my YouTube channel. Motto: low production values, high quality thinking. Who the heck am I? I am, in fact, a college professor with a bona fide PhD. Not going to tell you institutions, although you can easily find that out by Googling me. But all opinions expressed here are my own and have absolutely nothing to do with any of the places where I have studied or taught or might currently teach. In this channel, I am mostly going to give responses to the ongoing cultural debates in the United States of America, particularly surrounding reproductive freedom. I have absolutely zero professional qualifications to do this, but I have a lot of what I would call tangential qualifications. I have, for the past 30 years, been teaching film classes, so I know a small thing or two about media. For the past quarter century, I have been teaching about contemporary Germany, and I do that based on, in addition to my PhD, about a decade of experience living and studying and teaching in Germany and Austria. And I do it from a comparative standpoint, always. So always when I look at other cultures, I'm doing it through a lens of I'm going to call it a committed, culturally relativist paradigm, which is to say, I'm an American. I can't change that. I don't necessarily want to change that. It influences a lot of my thinking, but I'm also capable of seeing when other countries do things in ways that we might want to pay attention to. Another country that I have spent significant time in is Egypt. I speak a little bit of Arabic in addition to my German, French, and Italian, and bad Latin. And I have studied at a superficial level the Quran and Islam. And again, I look at that from a comparative perspective of my own rather conservative Christian upbringing, something that I have been seeking to get away from for most of my life. So this is another area in which I am not at all technically qualified, but maybe somebody that might be worth paying attention to, which is to say, I am not an ordained minister in any denomination, but I would say that I understand more about the historical context of the Bible, certainly literary interpretation, than a lot of people who have hung up a shingle as ministers with no training whatsoever. All right, so that's my comparatist background, a bit of religious background, and I guess the final thing that I should mention is that for the past 20 years, I have been teaching in an international studies program at the undergraduate level. So again, this does not make me an expert at the research level. You know, I'm not somebody that the UN calls and asks to speak to, but I know a lot more about the UN and a number of international issues than certainly your average American and even a number of the college professors I deal with. So that is your brief introduction from me. Please subscribe, because if you do, then I'll be able to live stream someday instead of recording this stuff on my phone and then uploading it. Thank you very much.